Hey everybody, it's of course TKIF Think Camp is Friday, and as you know, we love going behind the scenes, going inside the studio with not only the singers, but also the songwriters and the producers. And these guys, I've been excited about them for quite a while now. I mean, you probably only really remember their breakout hit Damage, but they've been grinding ever since then. And they continue to have hits with Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, Far East Movement, and one of our new favorites, Travis Garland. Please welcome songwriters and producers, the Stereotypes, to KEMPIRE Radio's TKIF. What's going on, guys?
What up?
What up?
Okay, there's a bunch of you guys on the phone right now. Can we just quickly go through who each of you are?
Start from the top, John.
Yeah, all right. I'm John Street.
I'm Jerm Beats.
I'm Ray Romulus.
And I'm Charm.
So four of you guys, the Stereotypes, formed this amazing team of producers. John, I'm just gonna start picking people.
Yeah.
John, tell us how did this four guys come together to form the Stereotypes?
Well, Stereotypes actually formed officially like in 2003, really.
Wow.
And it was really like me and Germ,
Okay.
me and Germ, and we had another partner who's no longer with the crew right now. And we were doing a couple things, had a couple little placements here and there, nothing crazy. 2007, we met. Well, I met Ray like actually in 2005 maybe, and he signed one of our artists named 3 to Def Jam. Ray used to be an A&R at Def Jam.
Okay.
And when he got laid off in 2007 in New York, he said, "I'm thinking about moving to LA. If I move to LA, can I rock out with you guys?" And me and Jerm were like, "Sure." So he moved out to LA, and the Stereotypes soon became me, Jeremy, and Ray. Shortly after that, we did Damage, and then a couple of things happened. Charm. We met Charm about 3 years ago, and shortly, actually like a year ago, I think, he officially joined the Stereotypes. 3 years ago, he was part of the team, and he was just a producer on the squad, like that was just part of the squad, the team. But then, officially a year ago, we made him an official member of the Stereotypes.
Dope. And of course, the name alone, everyone wants to know, how did you guys come up even with the name, the Stereotypes?
Well, the Stereotypes was actually really just, we were meant to be the types for your stereo. And that was kind of like the play on the word to begin with. But then as the team kind of started shaping up the way it was going to be, we were all different nationalities and races. So we just became like a stereotype of like, what maybe you won't, who would not be making this kind of music or who would be making this music. We just became like a Benetton ad. So yeah, now it's just kind of now if you're gonna try to join the Stereotypes now, we need someone of the Latin descent probably the next.
We need Mexican, Latin,
yeah, we need a Mexican or
Indian,
somebody next.
probably Indian.
Yeah, Indian could work, but
Yeah, that's about all we're missing.
yeah.
For everyone that's curious, though, I'm gonna post this question towards John. Wait, did I? Wait, no, I already asked John. No, I already asked John. No, next person.
Yeah.
Ray. This question is for Ray. Ray, what's everyone's nationality in the Stereotypes?
Oh god.
Oh, Ray gonna know.
Jeremy Reed. I know, I got it. Jeremy's white. John Street is Chinese. Charm is African American, and I am Haitian and Chinese.
No.
Charm is not
No.
Oh, he's yeah, my bad.
Yeah, come
my
on,
bad.
man. Holy.
Wow.
He's Samoan. My bad.
Wow, do you guys even know each other?
Hey,
Crazy.
sorry guys. I'm driving through Beverly Hills, and there's a lot of beautiful women distracting me. So this, I'm thinking on autopilot right now.
No problem.
Looking at an African American woman.
Guys, because there's so many different elements and cultures within this team of producers, how do you take those different cultures and bring them together musically?
This is Jeremy. I mean, you know what? That's what makes it cool. Is like it's not supposed to fit. You know what I mean? But like it works. It works together. My background is I played drums in the church. I listen to rock music, hard, heavy metal music, and then I also listen to like R&B. So then you combine, you just combine everything we're doing. Every genre that we listen to, and we just pull elements from everything, and it clicks.
Right.
The chemistry's
This is
there.
charm.
So.
Yeah, this is charm. Like I totally, even coming into the Stereotypes and seeing, the racially diverse group that they already were, and then hearing the music they were making, that just blew my mind. And just hearing, like, the stuff that Jeremy, his influences, like he'd have, drive me to the studio and stuff and play like the super rock music that he had going on. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. How does that translate to like Damage? Like, or something like that. And then so just to see the chemistry that they already had, and then being able to try to fit in and figure out how I add to that chemistry that's actually, I feel like, one of the main elements of our group that sets us apart is all of our different backgrounds.
And I was going to say that because it's really, I'm a music connoisseur. So a lot of times when I love a producer, I get very familiar with their sound. So I can hear their sound in anyone's song, like, oh, I know who that is. But when it comes to the Stereotypes, it's really hard to pinpoint what your sound is. Is that something strategic? Is that the goal?
This is charm. That's one of my main goals as a producer, for sure, is to be able to be in multiple categories, and almost to the point where it's like, wow, they have a song with Coldplay. Oh wow, they have a song with Ludacris. I don't know why he's on my mind right now, but I guess it was the website. But yeah, just to be able to say those two things, I think of all the producers, we'd probably be able to pull that off. And, and then try to maintain some kind of continuity between the two. That's going to be very difficult, but that's definitely one of my main goals ever since I was a kid, actually.
What about you other guys?
And to add to that, this is Ray. To add to that, a lot of producers that become successful, they tend to do the same sound, like they damn near take the same drum loop,
right,
and add a new lead on it, and then it ends up being another hit, whatever. But we always come in with a fresh energy, a fresh, state of mind or whatever. We just come in fresh, and we just try to create something brand new that doesn't sound like anything else we've done.
Exactly.
I can
This is John.
Go ahead, John.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, like, after we did Damaged, there was so many people who asked us for another Damaged. It was like ridiculous, and that was one thing that we kind of didn't want to do. We were like, I don't want to give somebody another Damaged. Can I give you something new, something fresh? And that was something that we kind of looked at some other producers, and we would notice that some producers would give people the same exact track with a couple different chord changes, and that was something that we really liked or wanted to be like.
Right.
Without a doubt. One of the things that, we keep going back to Damage. Damage was a huge, huge single for you guys. I mean, and it was a huge single for Danity Kane. And of course they've reunited, so everybody wants to know if you guys are working with them. But before we even get with that, can you tell us the story behind Damage? How did that song come together, and how did it end up with Danity Kane?
This is Ray, I guess. We went in to do the song. We sat with this writing team called BWB, and we were just creating it. In fact, we did this at John's place at the time because we didn't even have our own studio at the time. And we're working out of his spare bedroom, and we had the writing session in there, and we were just creating. It was just a fresh new. We were like, yo, let's try this four to the floor sound. And I just remember we just finished doing the first verse, and they were racking their brains for trying to do a second one. We were like, why don't we just repeat the first verse again? And that was pretty early with the whole stutters too. I don't know if you noticed, yeah. Did like do you add a, you know what I mean? So yeah. A lot of people didn't. Yeah, no one really used the stutters like that, and we kind of like innovated that sound.
Without a doubt.
And so we create the song, and then we sent it out. We had a guy. I don't even want to say his name, but anyway, he sent it to Puff, and literally a week and a half later, we were down in Miami cutting it on Danny Kane.
Wow. What was it like being in the studio? Because I know a lot of Danny Kane fans. They want me to, take us in the studio with Danny Kane at that stage of the game. This is their second album.
It's fun.
A lot of drugs, a lot of sex.
Wait, did it get a lot of what?
I'll play.
So a lot of drugs. Wow. There's a lot of different personalities between them, so it definitely is never a dull moment in the studio with them.
So they have reunited. Well, at least 4 of them have. Are you guys a part of this new project, and what can you tell us about this new project?
It's gotta be hot.
That's about it. Fire.
For what we can say is there's some great records.
Yeah,
I guess that I don't know how much we can really say, but there's some great records.
Can you tell us
a variety?
Okay. A variety. Okay. Can you tell us?
Yeah, a variety.
We actually have a song. We actually have a song that's out that's leaked. You might have heard it. It's called "Bye Baby." It's out now, actually.
Yeah, we played it here on the show.
Oh, great!
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, we did that song.
How many records? Can you tell us how many records you've recorded with them so far?
Enough.
Let's just say enough. Let's just say there's enough.
That was Charm. Yeah, enough.
Yeah. There's enough to put on a project.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. And I know you guys said a variety, and I know the ladies have been saying that they've been playing with a lot of different sounds for this new record. You've seen them, during Damage Days. It's several years later. What is the difference between then and now?
Less auto-tune.
Less auto-tune.
They've all got better. They've all got better too with their craft.
Exactly.
You guys are hilarious. If you guys just tuned in, it is of course TKI Think Campus Friday. We are live with the producers behind the Stereotypes. First of all, thank you guys so much for taking the time out to do this. We love talking to the producers because I feel like we learn so much more about the artists and about the music when we speak to the creators of the music. We just talked a little bit about Danny Kane's project, but you've worked with so many different artists from, of course, Danny Kane, but Joe, Neo, Far East Movement, Raheem Devon, so many different sounds that you guys have worked with.
Damn. I forgot we did all that.
Damn. Chris Brown, Tank. Sterling Sins. You really have worked with a variety of different sounds. Can you tell us, has there been a jaw-dropping moment that you guys have had? I can't believe I'm in the studio with this particular artist or producer.
Hey, Germ, tell your story, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? in my R&B listening days, you know, my favorite R&B artist is Music Soul Child, and so, you know, I had been listening to him for years, and then, you know, fast forward, and we're in the studio with him, and I'm actually physically cutting his vocals, you know, so I just never thought that I would go from just, you know, listening to him at my old day job or whatever to actually physically cutting his vocals over our track, you know.
Crazy.
Who, by the way, he is probably the most incredible, meticulous vocal controller I've ever worked with. He has so much control over his vocal, it's incredible. So that was like a real like shocking moment for me. I was like, this is dope.
Who do you guys prefer to work with, singers or rappers?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I mean,
obviously someone doesn't agree.
You know what? I would say, I mean, this is Ray. This is Ray. I would personally say singers because I love melodies. So I love a great melody, and I feel like that sticks to my soul more than anything.
Yeah.
But it depends, though, because if it's a bad singer,
if it's a bad singer,
if it's a bad singer, I'd rather have
a bad singer, right?
Have you guys had?
If it's a bad rapper. Yeah, obviously, if it's a bad singer, it sucks. But like last week,
even worse.
Yeah, like last week we worked with Marsha and Brocious, and man, that was just an amazing session. Yeah.
Marsha's incredible.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna direct some of these questions because I can tell who's gonna be more revealing and who I can get more out of. Okay. So Charm.
Hey.
I'm not saying Charm is the one that's the most revealing. I'm just gonna direct certain questions to certain people. But Charm, okay, you guys just mentioned that you're in the studio with Marsha and Brocious. What were you guys working on? Something for her project or something else?
Honestly, I think it was a cataloging session, like just for someone.
No, it was for her. It was for her.
Oh, well, that makes all the more sense then. So ridiculous.
Why'd I even go to Charm? I'm playing. Okay, so I'm going to direct this next question to Germ. Justin Bieber. You guys have done quite a few different songs with him. And Justin Bieber, I mean, especially nowadays, I think the focus has been really on his personal life and all the different antics as opposed to the music. But, we like to, since we are a music-based show, we like to go in the studio. What is Justin Bieber like in the studio?
Well, to be honest, we actually didn't physically go into the studio with him. It was a situation to where we had created the records, and he was in Atlanta cutting all of his vocals with Kook Harrell, the vocal producer.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, we made the records, and then they loved them, and we sent them over, and we were there for the mixing and everything like that. It was just we weren't physically in the studio with him.
Okay. Ray. Look, Ray. You guys did Even Angels for Fantasia Barrino, or just Fantasia we'll call her. Such an incredible record.
I call it Fantasia Burrito.
You know what? That might be the last time you work with her. Stop it. No, but that was such an incredible record. It came at a really difficult time in her life. She had just had the suicide attempt. She had the reality show, but she performed that song everywhere. I didn't even know that you guys produced that song. Like I said, all of the songs you guys have produced, they sound so different in so many different elements. But the one consistent thing about your songs, they're all great. But Even Angels, what can you tell us a little bit about Even Angels?
Oh, man, Even Angels. Man, that was a great session. The things that I took away from that session was, first off, she loves cutting her vocals barefoot. that was one. That was one thing that caught my attention. But yeah, like you said, it was definitely a difficult time in her life, and we kind of sensed that. So the whole mood of that session was like, how do you overcome those moments in life? And the record started writing itself. And when she was cutting the records, we all felt that in the room. We felt that emotion, and we felt what she was going through. And the biggest thing was when she really debuted the song on Oprah.
Yeah.
That was huge for us because it was just like, wow. I just remember my mom calling, and this is the first time my mom's ever reacted to something that we've done, and she was in tears. Like,
oh wow.
She was like, oh my God, she's Haitian, so she has this accent. So she goes, oh my God, that song is so beautiful. Oh my God, I'm crying. So, so yeah, that's what I remember about that song.
It was an incredible song. And again, guys, if you just tuned in, we are live with the Stereotypes. We got Germ on the phone, we got John, we got Ray, and we got Charm. 4 guys, the Stereotypes. Okay. So there's an artist that we love that you guys recently have produced pretty much. I believe he signed to you as well. Travis Garland, right?
Yep.
Travis, we are we're not stands for a lot of artists. Well, first of all, we're not stands for any artist. We are stands though for Travis's voice, because that guy is so incredible. And one thing, and I don't know if you guys seen it, we've written a lot about Travis on our blog. And one thing that we said about his new project, his self-titled project, was that album is the album that Justin Timberlake tried to do with the 2020 experience. And I think that's partly because of what you guys did on that particular album. What can you tell us, first of all, how did you guys connect with Travis? And what can you tell us about developing that project?
Get him, John.
Yeah, so we initially met Travis when he was in a group called NLT.
Yeah.
And we were all signed to the same publishing company at the time. So they put us in the studio with them, and so we were working on stuff for them. And we always kind of knew that Travis stood out. His vocals stood out over everybody, and we were just like, dude, this kid is incredible. So we always kind of had in the back of our mind that if there was ever a chance if this group doesn't work out or whatever, and he goes solo, we need to try to get him on the team. So years go by, and whenever the group breaks up, he has a little short solo stint on Geffen, and we run into him at the club. We were at a Tricky's Grammy party, I think, at a club, and I saw him. I think he was with JoJo, actually. We were just. I went up to him and was like, dude, what are you doing right now? What's going on? He told me what was going on in his situation, and I said, I need you to come by the studio. I need you to hear what we've been doing and what I think we can do for you. And he was like, done deal. So I think a few days later, he comes by the studio, and we record a song. Wow. And from then on out, we recorded a couple songs, and then we were just like, look, we need to put this together. We need to figure this out and go for it. And it's I think like 2.5 years later now. We were developing them for like a year and a half before we dropped the first Fashionably Late EP. And then the rest is history. Yeah, we've been dropping music since, and visuals and just doing our thing.
What can we expect from Travis? I mean, because Travis, he continued to create a buzz on YouTube and doing such an incredible job with his covers. What can we expect though from this new project, and will we see him on tour?
Yes, you will. I think his next show stuff is going to be in South by Southwest.
Oh, okay.
So he will be there, and then he's as far as music, I don't have a date or anything yet, but we're going to drop an EP.
Yep.
A pre EP, I believe. So that should be good.
Wow.
And then And then yeah, we're gonna continue shooting visuals. We're shooting a new video in the next couple weeks, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then as far as touring, we're looking to putting him on tour as a support for another artist.
But just you're not gonna tell us.
We don't have proper.
John, you're not gonna tell us.
We don't have proper. No, honestly, we don't even know who yet. But we've been working on it though. We've been working on something.
I mean, you also you guys also put on the Far East movement, and they've been a huge in the smash. How did that relationship come about? We'll give this one to Ray.
Oh man, hey, how are you? Don used to work with one of the members, Kev, over at Interscope or Sony. I don't know which one it was. John is actually the perfect person to tell this story. Bro, it's the Asian connection. It's pretty simple.
Oh, damn.
No, okay, so I was working at Interscope, and at the same time they were interning over there, and we would run into each other in the hallway, and we would always notice that we were the only Asian people in the building. So we were kind of like we were on time. So we were on some like, you know, we should know who each other are. We should be cool and whatnot. And they knew I was doing music already. So you know, we would always connect on that level. So we started doing a couple records for them. It was a little bit more backpack hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And then they invited us to a show. Me and Ray went to one of the shows, and their performance was crazy. So we were just like, dude, they did a set over like a dance set, like over Daft Punk beats and stuff. And you know, we were like, we should.
Oh yeah, I clearly remember the one more time.
Oh no.
Yeah, and their energy was crazy on stage with it, and we were like, we happened to do a record called Girls on the Dance Floor with Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, we should give this to the guys. So I literally called up Kev, and I played it over the phone to him, and he was like, dude, that shit's crazy. And they came over to the crib. We were still at my crib, and we recorded this song called Girls on the Dance Floor. And then after that song was done, it went on Power 106.
3 days. Yeah, 3 days later it was on the radio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys have done a lot in a short period of time. I know it probably doesn't feel short because you guys have been doing it since 2003, but you know, in this industry, it's a short period of time.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, I see that that you've done quite a few different things with different artists, and I kept on seeing Bruno Mars's name either featured or he's probably written a song. How did that relationship develop with Bruno Mars?
Man, we used to work with, we would work with Bruno. I would say like mid 2007. That's when I first moved out to LA, and you know, we got introduced to Bruno, and we just, you know, we slowly would work on different sessions and try to catalog songs, and built a great relationship with him. And we quickly became like a family. We would work like any sessions we would have, we would bring Bruno in, and he would help write, and we kind of helped cultivate that sound that he pretty much, you know, that he's kind of developed into now. And we were there from the beginning, and just watched him, you know, get his deal over at Atlantic, and just watching the growth get on that B.O.B. song, and the rest is history.
Most definitely. Did you guys watch him at the Super Bowl?
Oh God.
No, we didn't. How was it?
Really?
I mean, you asked the question. Yeah.
Wait. Is there beef? No.
No,
not at all.
No, not at all. We'll play. We're effing around with you.
I know. I was trying to create beef.
of course.
But no, guys, I mean, it must be amazing, though, to see all these different artists that you've worked with and how far they've come and where they're going with music, especially someone like Bruno. But you guys, when it comes to the music industry, you see how the music industry has changed over the last 10 years in such a dramatic way. What advice would you give to other artists that are coming up in the business and other producers that want to do what you're doing?
This is Charm. I feel like being yourself is the best thing to be right now. It's always been the best thing, but now it's actually cool. Like to do things that you actually are passionate about, and that you know, just real music. Because I feel like that's what's happening all over again. So that would be my advice to both artists and producers.
This is Ray. My advice to any artist coming out now is it's really become a do-it-yourself industry, where it's like you're given all these free platforms to express and touch and reach out to all your fans. Just, you know, like with the Travis project, we literally went in and did it ourselves. Mind you, you know, we make the music, but as an artist, you got to be resourceful and figure out what your team is going to be. Like it's all based on your team and the group of people that are going to help with the campaign that you're putting out. So use YouTube, use all social media, use all your resources to do it yourself. Don't wait for anyone else.
Right. Yep.
That would be my advice.
Anybody else? I'll take it as a no.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
So we're good. We're good. The Stereotypes are in the building, guys. If you just tuned in, is of course TK. I appreciate you guys staying here so long with us. We love picking your brain. But before we let you go, you know, people want to know what are the other up and coming projects that you're working on besides, of course, Danity Kane and the album worth of music that you've already done with them, that you won't tell us much more about, but it's okay. What other projects are you working on?
You want to get that, John?
I mean, I don't know. Can I say certain things? I don't even know if I can say certain things.
Don't say it.
Yeah, don't say certain things.
Don't say
but,
it.
I mean, we could say like we said earlier. We're working with Marsha and Brocious. We obviously working on Travis Garland, of course. We're working with a new girl over in Atlantic. Her name is Justine Sky.
Okay.
We're working with there's a lot of new
Far East Movement album.
New Far East Movement album.
Yeah.
This girl group called Dollhouse. They're signed to Russell Simmons.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Dollhouse.
Riley Sisters.
Do you have any
Riley Sisters? Yeah.
Do you guys have any new music on Chris Brown's X album?
No.
No, I think we were X'd out of that one.
It must be super fun in the studio with you guys.
It is a good time, man. Anytime you're based out of where? Where are you based
out of New York City, but I'm coming to LA, and I'm gonna hit up all these people that I've interviewed that are from LA, and I'm saying I'm coming to the studio.
Yeah. Bro, when you come out here, make sure you come through the studio. I guarantee it'll be the best time ever, man.
I bet. I appreciate you guys being here, but I know this won't be the last time because, you know, anytime we have producers come here on the show, you're officially a part of the family, and I hope you guys will come back to talk about the new projects and things like that. But there is another project that you guys have worked on as well as a group, as your own group, as artists, right?
Oh, yeah.
How are you gonna forget about that? What can you tell? I'm gonna post this question to John, because John seems to be the spokesperson for the team. What can you tell us about the group?
Yeah, man, it was a project that we did called John McEnroe, and it has like our names are all part of it. Well, at least part of the rappers at least. So it was me, John. Mac is Three McDaniel. He's the rapper that actually Ray signed to Def Jam when Ray was working there.
Wow.
So John, Mac, and Ray Rowe. So it was a hip hop project that you know, we felt like we wanted to do, and just put out good music without just, I mean, you know, the state of hip hop is getting a lot better right now, but when we did that album, it was a lot of garbage out there, to be honest. And you know, we were just tired. We were just tired of hearing a lot of generic, trendy rap, I guess as you would call it. And you know, I'm a hip hop fan from day one. Like I'm a big hip hop fan. So, you know, I wanted to do some real hip hop music, and that's what came out of it.
Wow, that's definitely that's dope. It's so funny that you said the state of hip hop, because a lot of people always ask this question, and I think the perfect time to ask this question would be to producers: the state of R&B music. The R&B music. I know a lot of people want to say R&B music is not dead, but it's dying. What are your thoughts on the state of R&B?
This is Ray. I think it's starting to revive itself because, like we were saying, all these new projects that we've been working on, it's refreshing to see like these young kids that we're working with coming in wanting to do like more of the traditional style R&B. Obviously, you know, adding new flavors to it, but the fact that they're coming in and they're refreshed with that sound, and that people actually want to do bridges again, and harmonies are coming in, like it's refreshing to me. So yeah.
Are there, you know, because you know,
that charm.
Say it again?
Okay. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I never even viewed it as R&B is dying. I felt like I would have said that maybe 3 years ago. But now seeing all the, you know, our inside, we get to see like all these artists come through, like Ray was saying. It's obviously the next thing. Like the next, if there is a trend, that's gonna be, if you want to see the future, it's like it's R&B. It's like real music. Exactly.
I mean, you got Drake singing like fucking "Coming Home." That's an R&B song, you know.
Straight,
like that
R&B.
It's straight R&B. Like, so I'm happy. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, you guys have worked with so many different artists, and this is the last question, but you guys have worked with so many different artists. Who do you want to work with next that you haven't worked with already?
Kanye West.
Oh, wow.
Tell him. This is Ray. Personally, Celine Dion.
Wow.
Yes. Oh yeah, that'd be tight.
I say Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
Celine Dion.
Why not?
Anyone else?
Celine Dion would be dope though.
Celine just finished your album. You missed the cut for the album.
We would kill that.
Paul McCartney.
Who was that? Charles in it?
The Mamas and the Papas.
Really? y'all are going way back.
Coolio.
Wow.
Anyway,
this could go on for days, you know. This could go on for days.
Yeah.
I could tell. It must be a fun time in the studio with the Stereotypes. But the Stereotypes, we look forward to more work from you guys. We will definitely be on the lookout for that new Danny Kane and Marsha Ambrosius and all those really great new artists that you're working with.
Yeah.
And we hope that you will come back here on KEMPIRE Radio's TKIF. Everybody, it is Germ, it is John, it is Ray, and it's Charm. And they are the Stereotypes. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yeah.